Hi everyone and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide, where today we're here at Walibi Rhône-Alpes in France for our first ever visit.
It's always really exciting when you come to a park for the first time. You're driving in, you're like, these coasters look great, I can't wait to get on them.
It's the excitement and anticipation of visiting a park, and of course we're here for Mahuka. We were invited by Intamin to come and ride the new Intamin Hot Racer, and make sure you check out yesterday's video here on the channel where we had loads of rides, we had a full tour of the area and behind the scenes access as well.
It is just so cool because this is stuff that you don't get to do all the time, so to be able to have this opportunity, he's always so thankful for it.
We really are, and the fact we're here for the first time as well makes it even more exciting. So we discovered the new ride, now it's time to check out the rest of the park and see what else they've got here. The park dates back to 1979, it's home to 6 roller coasters in total, and the first time I really heard a lot about this park was when Mystic, the Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster, was under construction. It's like a voodoo themed ride, it looks fantastic. I think that's where we're going to head first, so come and join us. And we just come in through the entrance turnstiles that are just through the building over there. And you come straight into Festival City, which is the first area you see in this park. Very nice. And yeah, we've actually got a map over here, so we'll just take a little look at the map. So as you can see, you've got the lake there in the middle of the park. We've just come in down here at the bottom, and we're going to head round to the right first. Mystic, which is over there. Water rides down at the back, obviously Mahuka. Down there at the back of the park, there's a wooden coaster down here on the left hand side called Timber, the train running around the lake, lots of flat rides and more to see. As we make our way round towards our first ride of the day, here's a look at all the buildings, very nice, New Orleans style, beautiful around here in Festival City. Hey, and there's the sign for Mystic. It's always so surreal when you see construction photos and actually come and see it for the first time, especially when it's been open already for quite a while. Look at this. Wow, the station looks amazing. I love how you've got the tree growing out of the roof. There's the vertical lift hill. Drop looks fantastic on this too. Mystic. Loving the soundtrack, very mysterious. And yeah, like I said, it's got a bit of a voodoo theme going on here. Here's a bit of a geek shot for you all from here in the queue. We're going to be making our way up that lift shortly. Yeah, this opened in 2019, features 3 inversions. We've been waiting about 15 minutes, loving the details in the station. Look at all the voodoo dolls. I do like these Infinity Coaster trains that have just got the lap bars as well. A lot more comfortable than those with over-the-shoulder restraints. Excited to ride this. On-ride footage there from our first ever ride on Mystic. I remember watching the construction back in 2019 and really wanting to get on it and see how it rode. Very unique layout on there, and I've got to say it was fantastic.
I do have to say the theming around the area and in the station was excellent. All the voodoo dolls hanging up. There were so many little details to look at in the station, which is great.
Yeah, it's nice. The whole area is really well finished off, and the whole park seems so from what we've seen so far. Can't wait to see the other areas. But in terms of the ride experience, started off with the vertical lift hill, then a very steep drop, some great inversions and elements. I think what really makes these infinity coasters is when they've got the lap bars so much more comfortable.
They are super comfortable. The train was just so smooth. When you have got the over the shoulder train, it just takes away from it a little bit. I love a lap bar, you just walk free.
It's great. My favourite element on there was definitely the hold. We was upside down for maybe 3 seconds there. That was great. Some amazing hang time, and you just felt yourself slipping into the restraint before coming backwards. So yeah, kind of like a shuttle layout in places. The fact that you go through some of it forwards and some of it backwards. But I thought it was just a really good fun ride. It looks the part as well. Really nice track colour, and the whole area. I tell you what though, Charlotte, I am sweating.
Oh my god, it's just so muggy today. It feels really humid.
Hot day, but no, I enjoy getting on that. Fantastic Gerstlauer Infinity coaster, really smooth. And doesn't it just look the part there? It really does. Absolutely fantastic ride. I'm glad that it didn't disappoint, because you never know sometimes with Gerstlauer if they're going to be rough. But no, that was great. Really enjoyed it. I think it all goes down to the train design. Right then, we're going to go right to the other side of the park now, because they've got a wooden coaster that I've heard good things about. So I'm looking forward to checking that out. Lots of flat rides. You've got the S&S Shop Tower. There's a Zamperla Nebula just over there. And of course you can see there in the distance the Starflyer over the park. But yeah, this New Orleans area, very nice. Festival City. Really does look the part. Nice music as well. Really nicely landscaped, this park. Loads of flowers and little streams running through in a beautiful location. Oh, look at the boat just over there, like a Mississippi steamship. That's really nice. And the train runs around this section of the park too. Very impressed with the theming so far. Got the saloon just over here. We've got this nice Wild West section. Wild theme play area. Everything looks really well maintained. That's cool, isn't it?
That's so awesome.
It's a burger. Well, then it fits with the theme, a bit like steampunky. Yeah, that's great. Little monorail ride. And who's this coming round? Nice, yeah, very much a family park. You know, you've got some great thrill attractions here, but also a lot of family rides too. And it said that timber is down in this direction somewhere. Just round the corner here, I reckon. This park is beautiful. Stunning location. How much water there is here really adds to it too. And we've just seen timber peeking through the trees off to the left-hand side. Hey, you got the spinning barn. They're always good fun. And here's the entrance to Timber. I'm loving the entrance sign for this one. Fantastic, the big saw going through it. Just so many little details around, it's lovely. Oh, great placement for the entrance too. Right by the first drop. I'm looking forward to seeing how this rides. It has got Timberliner trains. I'm not a huge fan of how they ride, so we will see. How awesome was that sound effect when the train came down the drop and was like, timber! That's fantastic. More parks could do things like that. Just really adds to the experience when you're standing underneath. And this coaster opened back in 2016, manufactured by the Gravity Group. I tell you what, the operations are very good. Getting the two trains sent out nice and fast. Let's go and ride. just did our ride there on timber, waited about 30 minutes. I've got to say, the operations in this park are really good, aren't they?
They are smashing it. They are getting those trains out so fast, which is great.
And they need to on this as well, especially because it's only got the 2 trains and they are quite short. It's really good that they're getting the train sent out nice and fast. It didn't look like it was going to be too rough from off-ride. Unfortunately, when we got on there, again, the dreaded Timberliners strike again. The layout itself was pretty good. Loved the first drop on there. That was great, into the airtime hill. And then actually, quite a lot of lower sections of the ride, which were really good fun, actually.
Like, the layout for this coaster is excellent, but it's just ruined by the Timberliners because they just shake so much. I'm just really not a fan of those. If we didn't have those, the layout, it was great.
Yeah, that's the thing. I still think GCI are like the king when it comes to like traditional wooden coasters. But you know, I did enjoy it going on it still. It was a fun ride. It's not like uncontrollably rough or anything like that. It's just a shake side to side. Yeah, the vibration of the train. It did have a trim brake there at the end as well, which I wasn't a fan of. I just wanted to say, you know, of course, a wooden roller coaster isn't designed to be a smooth experience. You want it to be a bit rough, a bit, you know, rattly, but you don't want it to be shaking on the train like that because it's more annoying than anything. It just kind of distracts from the ride. It just feels like it's a teeth chatterer as it's going round. So as much as you don't want a Woody to be smooth, you also don't want it to be like a teeth chatterer, if you know what I mean. Like anyone that's been on a coaster with a Timberliner train will understand where we're coming from with that. Yeah, you want it to be a bit, you know, yeah, it's a wooden coaster, but also just that kind of shaking isn't the best on there. But still, you know, it's got a fun theme to it. I do like as well how it's got the audio and the rest of the music's from I'm a Score of Germany. Yeah, fantastic audio. Back around the corner, and here's a look at the really well themed Zamperla Nebula. Certainly look the part, these, don't they? Look at this, like all the airboats down at the side. Airboat Festival City. Yeah, very impressed with the scenery around this park. I tell you what though, it is very busy here today. It is a Saturday when we're recording this, but we just didn't know what crowd levels are going to be like, you know. Yeah, busy day. I think the heat's really brought a lot of people out as well. Tell you what though, they look the part, don't they, these? Not the best on throughput, but they do look good. Bit of a steampunk vibe going on there. There's a look at Le Totem, which is the S&S shot tower that they've got, and that's nicely all painted up. The areas are beautiful in this park. And you've also got the cauldrons just over here. Looks like you can get a pretty good spin on those. A lot of the queue lines are shaded over, and even like this attraction's got like a little cover over it, which is good, especially with how hot it is down here. But yeah, look at this. All fitting with that voodoo theme. Yeah, even some of these smaller flat rides have got some big queues. And that's the thing, the park itself isn't massive here. And there's a lot of crowds here today. So it means that obviously it's making even like the smaller attractions really busy. Bit more off-ride footage there of Mystic. Oh, that's what you want. Some nice misters. All the graves around here. I'll be back. Rest in pieces. Yeah, the scenery is awesome. This is like a little cut-through path that leads from them rides down to Mystic. Back in Festival City. Yeah, the areas are really nice. We're going to get a bit of lunch soon at the restaurant just down here. Yeah, it's a lovely park, isn't it?
Oh, it's really nice. It's so well themed. Like the landscaping is beautiful around this park. So well, nicely presented as well.
It is, yeah, like all the buildings and everything. Like everything looks quite new. It's hard to tell what year like things opened, you know, because everything just looks really nicely looked after. Like, look at this. Like the funnels of a steamship. Oh, and there's that beautiful Mississippi boat just there. Yeah, paddle steamer. That is really nice. Lovely. And yeah, it's just out the side of the restaurant. In fact, I think you can dine on there. Yeah, just take your food out and sit on the paddle steamer. Lovely. Little spinning balloon ride. Balloon race just there. And we've still got 3 other coasters to ride, including the Vekoma Boomerang. There's a junior coaster, and also along with that, like a Wild Mouse style coaster as well. So we're going to be riding those this afternoon. Nice bit of music. I just can't believe how well everything is represented in this park. It just looks so nice, everything. All the fences, all the flooring, everything just looks brand new. There's your Starflyer over on the other side. Oh, I like how this rocking tug's actually got water around it. That's nice. And here's a look at the restaurant where we're going to go for dinner. So yeah, Intamin have invited us for dinner here, so looking forward to it. Beautiful buildings. Well, it's been a few hours since we last spoke to you all because we enjoyed our lunch there with Intamin, and then we've been recording some more of the behind the scenes content that you've probably already seen in yesterday's vlog. If you haven't already, make sure you do check it out because we had an awesome behind the scenes tour of Mahuka, the new ride here at Walibi Rhône-Alpes. We've got the rest of the afternoon now to enjoy the park, check out some other attractions. Bear in mind it is very busy. I don't think we're going to get to see and ride everything today, but at least have a good walk around the park and see and do what we can do and just kind of take in the overall experience. I tell you what though, it is a hot day. We're about to go and ride our next coaster. Now the park does have a Vekoma Boomerang just here, and I tell you what, the colour scheme of this is really nice with the turquoise track. What's interesting about this is that it's actually got lap bar restraints. Yeah, I'll give you a bit of a zoom in over there so you can see the train a lot clearer. Yeah, it's got a different train on there that wasn't built by Vekoma. Now this is very similar to the one that I did at Wiener Prater in Austria a couple of years ago. I've got to say, much more comfortable with it having lap bar restraints. Yeah, it's just going up the lift hill backwards now and get a bit of footage for you. Hopefully we'll have a chance to ride that this afternoon as well. Here it comes. Continue down, you got some dinghy slides there on the left, nice family attraction, surf music. Really impressed with all the theming, and what we've learned today from actually speaking to one of the managers at the park was how they've really redeveloped the park a lot since they opened timber, and that was like the start of a massive revitalisation of the park. So I imagine it looks like unrecognisable to what it did like 10 years ago. So there's lots of new things, little pony trek ride. We're about to make our way to Woodstock Express just over here. Wild Mouse.
Oh, I'm looking forward to this one.
You been having a nice day?
Oh, I've had a really nice day. It's just been so hot. Like, I'm absolutely sweating. My top is stuck to my back.
Well, they have got a couple of water rides here, but they're on massive queues, aren't they?
Last time I looked, the Rapids was on 110 minutes. The log flume was on 120 minutes. We're just not going to have time to do them, unfortunately.
But we have had an amazing day with Intamin.
Oh, it's been so good. Look at this tote bag I've got.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go to Aldi and get my odds and ends in this bag. Brilliant.
Loving the little monorail ride going round over this part of the park. Sitting in like a gold mine wagon. It's pretty cool. Little mine carts. And here's our next ride. It's Woodstock Express. I recognise that name from a few parks. There's a look at the building. And yeah, it's like a Wild Mouse style coaster. It's only got 4 seats per train, so I think it might take quite a while this. But look at the queue isn't too big. When we walked past earlier on, the queue was all the way back. So yeah, maybe half hour or so. We'll see. Yeah, some good views of timber off to the side there too. Oh, it is a low throughput ride, this one. We've been waiting about 25 minutes so far, and yeah, we're only just round the corner there. Luckily, we're not too far away from the station now. This is manufactured by Zamper. Yeah, come and join us. Let's take you all on for a ride. Oh blimey, that was absolutely ridiculous. Like normally on them, they're trimmed a lot, but we're going down the drops into corners at full speed. Blimey.
I have to say, I prefer the ones that do trim. That was so uncomfortable. Like I was just being whacked into the side. I've actually hurt my arm on that one.
It was a bit uncomfortable, but it was so much fun, like going round into the corners. I'd rather have that than it be too trimmed. You know, like some of them you go round, you brake and it's painful from trimming. Whereas that was ridiculous. Obviously built by Zamper, a little bit different. Some of the others out there from Mack Rides and Mara. But blimey, I wasn't expecting that, Charlotte.
Oh, that was just really uncomfortable. I don't think I could do that again.
You got to be braced on that one. And just look at the structure as well. The fact that you've got all this building around here on the side really made it. Yeah, certainly very quirky. Yeah, just look at it as it comes round. Straight into the corners, just, yeah, no brakes or anything. Proper Wild Mouse, that was. Yeah, it was like in the latter part of the layout where you really felt it, like on this corner. Here we go, wait for it, it's coming. Wait for this. Whoa! Brutal. There we go, down into the airtime bell. And this corner's even worse, ready? Oh! I have never seen a Wild Mouse like that before.
Small little mark. That was wild, that was.
It was a proper Wild Mouse, wasn't it, that?
I prefer the braking of those.
Oh, but you don't want too much braking, do you?
No, that was painful, that was. It was really uncomfortable.
Oh, they got a swinging ship down here in this area too. Another body of water. So many streams and lakes throughout this park. It really makes it. That's lovely. And this Wild West area of the park is also home to the Rapids, which is called Gold River. I don't think we're going to have a chance to get it in today, unfortunately, because like I say, it has got a huge queue. But yeah, the entrance to it is just around here on the left-hand side. I was going to see if we could get some off-ride shots of it. And Intamin Rapids, very fitting with it being an event of theirs that we've been to today. Look at this, it's a very nice park. Certainly a lot better themed and well presented than I was expecting. Definitely somewhere to come back to in the future. So your monorail comes around over the top of this section of the rapids, which is quite nice. I do like it when rides interact with each other. Let's wait for a boat to come round here now. Hey, here it comes. Actually just took about 3 minutes for this boat to come round. Yeah, it's obviously not running many boats. Probably why the queue's so big. There it goes. Yeah, something that I've noticed with this park from being here for, you know, quite a bit of the day and seeing it for the first time is that they've got some lovely areas and attractions, but obviously throughputs aren't the best here. Like they could really do with like another high capacity coaster at some point in the future. I mean, Mahuka's getting around 600 people an hour, which is pretty good. But with the crowds that we've seen here at the park today, it needs more capacity really. And that's the thing, you're walking around the pass like here and it doesn't actually look that busy. It's because the rides, obviously, you know, they're being operated well to the best they can do, but they're not the highest throughput. So obviously it's just meaning that it's taking a while for queues to move. That's what I'm getting from here anyway. It's obviously a very up and coming park though really, in terms of, I know it's an older park, but some of the newer investments are all you know, being put into the park and it's growing, attendance is growing. So yeah, they could really do with a few more high capacity rides here, I think. Beautiful park to walk around though. Okay then, back round the corner by the Boomerang. This queue has dropped off a lot since earlier on. Luckily, the park's extended opening hours today because of how busy it is. It was originally going to be a 6 o'clock close, it's now a 7, which is really helping us out, get some more bits in. Yeah, we walked past this earlier on and this cattle pen was full. So yeah, it's only probably 2 trains worth, maybe 3 at a push. Yeah, let's go. See how this rides, obviously without having lap bars. You should find this a lot more comfortable, Charlotte.
This is going to ride so much better than the ones before.
Hopefully. Here we go then, we only waited about 10 minutes there, maybe not even that. Look at the restraints on this, Charlotte.
What are these? Where's the padding?
Yeah, there's not much padding on them, but you don't have the uncomfortable over the shoulder. Now, I've done the one at Wiener Prater in Austria, and like I say, that was pretty good with these trains, so we'll see what this is like, but it does kind of push onto you a little bit there.
I know, we'll see how it runs.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that one being pretty good, but we'll see. Yeah, you got the handles down here, very different. You are a lot more free though than having the OTSR, so we'll see. And we are off. Luckily, if it is bad, we didn't wait too long. We should get a nice view though, from on the lift. I do like the colour scheme for this too. Obviously you can see it used to be yellow before, it is starting to come through a little bit there on the side. Some views over there of Mystic. Fantastic coaster. You got the shot tower over there. Yeah, it's quite a small park, as I was expecting though. But they have got a lot of attractions packed in.
Yeah.
Mahuka's off to the left there. How are you feeling?
Straight away, I'm getting pulled forward because I haven't got an over the shoulder. I'm getting pulled forward.
Yeah, and it kind of hurts your stomach a little bit, doesn't it, when it pushes you onto it. Oh, what a beautiful view. Look at the mountains. Oh, wow. Worth coming on this for the view. Well, yeah, that's a view of the whole park, really, other than the Woody, which is just off to the right-hand side. Well, I've got a feeling this could be really bad.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, and there's another view of the rapids just down there. Oh, look at the stunning scenery, though. Wow. That's it. We just heard the brakes open down there, so I think we're going to be ready to go. Whoa! Good. See, I think that was quite smooth.
It's nice to not bang your ears about it.
Yeah, that was absolutely fine. Oh, I think it rides pretty good. Well worth it for the views on this beauty though, look at that. Let's go backwards. We might take our words back here. Whoa! Intense! Blimey! Woo! In this heat as well. Whoa! Woo! Oh! I think these trains are way better. Like, if you just put a little bit of cushioning on there. Oh, that was sharp. Other than that, if they put a bit of cushioning on this, you know, it'd be fantastic. Are you alright? Oh! Shunting forwards. They don't like being MIP trained or something. Oh! Now, like I say, I did the version of that with the lap bars at Vina Preta, and it wasn't bad. I was having a few concerns when we were going up the lift hill, but it was perfectly fine, wasn't it?
I don't think that was too bad at all. When I go on those style of coasters, I'm bracing because I proper bash my ears from side to side, whereas with that, I'm not bashing my ears. The lap bar could do with some padding though, 'cause it's a bit uncomfortable when you come into the station.
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's just the shuddering of the brakes at the end. Obviously, all the rides, aren't they now, Vekoma boomerangs like that. It was kind of judding your body forwards into the restraint, so padding would relieve that a little bit. But still, it was all right, that was. I certainly rather ride one of them trains on there than the over-the-shoulder restraints. And more lovely water. Mystic on the other side. And yeah, it leaves us with one more coaster to check out here at this park. And yeah, depending on how big the queue is, will depend whether we're going to do it or not, because it is only a standard layout Zero Tivoli, so it's nothing like unique. But I'd like to do it if we can, so we will see. So we head back down towards this part of the park. Yeah, it's just to the side of Mahuka actually, and our behind the scenes vlog we posted yesterday, you may have seen some of this coaster just off to the side of Mahuka. It's built kind of right next to it. Oh, look at that though. Beautiful ride. Yeah, it's just down here, so we'll go and have a look because we've not seen this section of the park. Also, I don't think the train operates here anymore, unless it's just because it's too hot, but it's not been going round, and I can't see the train parts in the station either, so I don't know if that's an attraction that's still part of the layout or not. No, it is Mahuka. Obviously, first time you've seen it in this vlog, but yeah, we did a full tour of the area behind the scenes, on-ride POVs, the full works. It was amazing. And we also heard from Intamin, the designers of the ride. It was fantastic, it really was. So check out that vlog if you haven't already seen it. It's now online here on our YouTube channel. On air, little spinning ride. And the Zero Tivoli is just down in this bottom corner. Alcatraz, do you reckon that's a scare maze there? Yeah, it does. They do Halloween and also Christmas here. Yeah, we were chatting with one of the park managers. He was saying they open for the Christmas season. Well, the queue doesn't look too bad, and it has got a long train. So we'll maybe join it and see. Maybe it'll only be 2 or 3 runs. Yeah, earlier on the queue was a lot longer than this, so Coconel. Let's have a look. Oh, it's all hidden away in the trees, this one. We've been waiting about 15 minutes so far. And yeah, not too long until we'll be getting on. Yeah, it reminds me a bit of Treetops Coaster at Oakwood back in Wales. Hard to get any off-ride shots of it. Yeah, it's all hidden away. So we're going to take you on with the POV. The buzz is going and we're off. We're only getting 1 lap on this, maybe because it's busy. Understandable. And yeah, the lift hill's covered. They mostly do this just to protect the kicker wheels on the lift hill. Mahuka off to the right. And we are off. Look how close you get on these. Woo! Whoa! Trees. Nice and close to the clearance, look at that. Yeah, standard layout, literally the closest you can get to riding treetops at Oakwood without being at Oakwood. Woo! They're going to be sharp. Squeaky, squeaky. That was good fun. I bet a nice little ride there on the Zero Tivoli. Only the 1 lap, but understandable when it's a busy day. There's another look at Mahuka, and of course make sure you check out that vlog if you haven't already seen it. Fantastic behind the scenes tour from Intamin. And there's a look at the entrance to Bamboos River, which is the flume ride. That's also got a big queue. But there is a boat ride just down here, so I think we're going to go and check this out now. Yeah, we nearly walked past it. Obviously it looks like there's still quite a bit of development going on over here. Maybe this will be the next project. I'm not too sure. But here we go, the entrance is just here on the right. I don't see this being too busy, you know. Yeah, it is. You could easily miss this at the moment. Obviously a lot of work going on in this section. So this is Tam Tam Adventure boat ride. It does look quiet. Yeah, let's go and give this a go. That's the thing, we always like trying the smaller things as well. No, I think it's a walk-on. I don't know if that's a sign that it's not very good, but we'll see. Never judge a book by its cover, Charlotte. This looks like one of the older rides here at the park, so we'll see what this is like. Nobody on this boat coming round. Oh, we're on. Thank you. Missy. Straight on. Straight on, no queue at all, I think, because it's quite hidden. But you know what, it's been hot, hasn't it, today?
Oh my gosh, it has been so hot. I am sweating so bad.
Yeah, look at this. I think I've got a bit sunburnt actually on my neck. Yeah, I put a darker coloured top on today, and
Bad
you shouldn't
move.
really do that, should you, when it's hot? I normally go for lighter colours, you notice in the vlogs, but for some reason today I went and put Jack Jones on just here, which wasn't the best decision.
I don't have a cap either.
Oh no, where's your
Not
cap?
good,
You had a
literally.
Valkyria one, didn't you?
Literally, my head is burning.
We haven't been the best prepared for the heat
We've
today.
not.
We normally are. But yeah, like the last part of the day, we could have done with a little bit longer really. But we've had a lovely day. We've got all the coasters in. We've seen all the areas of the park and showed you the areas. Because like I say, it's not a massive park anyway. But yeah, it's just been a bit busier than expected. And obviously we've done the event, which has been like, you know, about 4 hours, which we've done, which has been amazing. Like we wouldn't change it for the world. That was our main reason for coming. But obviously it has reduced our time to get on some of the other bits. But we'll come back at some point in the future.
I'm sure we will.
And you can tell this is definitely one of the older rides here at the park. Out of everything that we've seen today, this definitely looks the most tired. The fact there's construction fences out the front makes you think, could this be getting rethemed maybe in the future? I think we're on some sort of nature trail by the looks of it, looking for these different birds that you can see on there.
And a random snake.
Is there a snake? I can't
Yeah,
see
at
it.
the bottom.
Oh yeah. Not too sure. There's a lizard on there. I mean, I don't think we're going to see a snake. Well, you never know. Hopefully there's a bit more theme into this when we go round. I can see why there's nobody on it. Saying that, it's a lot cooler on here, which is nice. Definitely more of a nature trail than a themed experience, this one. I can see this getting redone at some point in the future, because as much as it's important to have like calmer, quieter spaces in parks, it's not exactly the most exciting when you compare this to a lot of the rest of the park. Could do with some new theming around, or maybe if it's an old ride system they might remove this and replace it with something else. I'm not too sure what they've got like expansion room here in the future, but if they haven't got loads of space then maybe they'll put this out and bring something else into this area. It's nice and peaceful though. Just the sounds of the birds tweeting from the speakers at the side.
I haven't actually seen any of this wildlife yet.
No, we haven't. Oh, we've got a little bit of theming coming up down here, some sort of bridge. Makes me think, did it used to have scenery around and they had to remove it? Like, I'm just not too sure. I feel like it would have been built with another purpose other than like nothing really to look at, and they've kind of passed it off now as like a nature thing. I'm not too sure. I was kind of expecting to see like maybe animatronic snakes or fiberglass snakes at the side, but no, it's just like pictures of them. I think they're trying to say them snakes, like, do they live somewhere in this? In the vegetation? I'm not too sure. This is the highlight of the ride. A footbridge. Whoa, look at that. There's a spare boat. Another highlight. It's a long ride as well. We've been on it nearly 10 minutes, I'd say.
The thing is though, it's a long ride, but there's hardly anything to see. I'm just seeing the same stuff. This has got to have been something else before.
Well, that's the thing, because there's like little bits at the side where they would have been scenes. Comment down below. Like, I'd be really interested to know. I mean, I will try and find out, but you can just tell there was scenes at the side. Maybe it was an IP or something that ran out and they didn't really want to spend the money on it, so just like turned it into this. Or is there more to it? I'm really not too sure.
Oh, I've just seen a bird flying here.
Oh, what, a real one or animatronic?
It was a real one.
Wow. So yeah, we've got like 45 minutes left of the day, so I think we're going to try single rider Mystic, because we had our ride earlier, but we fancy another go, and they have got a few single rider queues here. Hey, and we're coming right round into the station just here. Oh, yeah, it was a long ride with not much to see, that one. I can see that going or getting rethemed or something in the future. Oh, it's a lovely park. I've been really impressed today, but that is definitely one of the worst boat rides I've ever been on. Yeah, it really could do with some TLC or removing, or yeah, do something with it. Here's a look at the flume ride, and yeah, the queue for this is still massive, even though it's nearly the end of the day. So I think we're going to be missing out on this one today, unfortunately. Charlotte missing out on the two water rides. Oh, yeah, obviously we like to get everything in, but it does look quite a standard model, this one. Can't see loads of scenery around it. Yeah, it has got this little weird structure out the front. You can tell that was obviously added a bit later. You know what it reminds me of, in a weird way? Cheetah hunts at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay. You know, like how it's just like a funny structure, and it's got like the little bits on the side. This is the Bamboos River just here. These look like they were water effects, and then they'd squirt out and get you coming past on the boat. Yeah, I don't think they're working anymore. It's always great seeing parks though for the first time. It really is, like experiencing them and seeing what they're like. And we're just on our way now, round towards Mystic. Gonna give that single ride a queue again. And yeah, heading away in the trees. Little vintage cars ride. I tell you what, these are delicious, aren't they?
Yeah, like these are lovely. Like we get flavoured water back home, but I've never seen these before. Strawberry flavoured Volvic water. So refreshing.
Volvic Juicy. Here we go. We got two Volvic Juices just here. There's your Nebula again. Queue's died off a bit on that now. And yeah, we're going to head round towards Mystic. Let's have another go on this beauty. I did really enjoy it earlier on, so I'm looking forward to having another ride on this. That was way back at the start of the day. Festival City. And we're just up here now, once again in the awesome theme station for Mystic. Now the sun's starting to go down and you can see a lot more of the lighting in here. The chandeliers, all the bottles hanging up from the ceiling. Some rags just up there. And that big branch, which is obviously coming out through the roof from the outside of the station, but it's also peeking in here. You got like all the potions and voodoo style theming over there. It's very cool. I like this a lot. Take you all on for another ride. Gerstlauer Infinity Coaster. Look at the front of the train too. Took about 20 minutes or so in single rider. And off we go. Yeah, we're on Mystics are on row 2 this time. So yeah, you got 3 rows instead of the usual 4 that you get on these Infinity coasters. So we'll see what this is like. I've probably warmed up even more from earlier on, especially with the heat. Yeah, I love how the track just ends there and they've actually got the little bit sticking out on the side. Part of the rails. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, nice and comfy. Needs restraints as well. Just get ready to climb. Yeah, really well designed these. Tell you what, there's some beautiful views over from this park. Look at that. Wow, the scenery is amazing here. There we go. Whoa! Woo! Hey! Woo! Oh! So smooth for a Gerstlauer. It sounds squeaky, but it's not rough at all. Oh! Oh! Oh, that is good with a lap bar. That hang time. Whoa! Oh, it's a brilliant ride. I'd go as far to say that that's one of the best Gerstlauer Infinity coasters. Probably one of the best Gerstlauer coasters I've ever done. I really like that a lot. Oh, that ride is excellent from start to finish. Really enjoyable coaster. Wow. Yeah, that and Mahuko are definitely the highlights of this park. We've got 5 minutes to go until the park closes. So I think we're just going to try and get in the shot tower just next door. I haven't seen it going just though, so I'm not too sure if it's still open or not. We'll find out. Let's have a little look. Oh, lovely. Just got time for for a ride on Litotum. Yeah, still open. We're going to take you all up on here now. Got some good views down here of Mystic. That's one of the best shots. Beautiful. Oh, this is ideal, like any one cycle queue. Yeah, I think a lot of people have gone because of how hot it's been. Obviously the park's just filtered out towards the end of the day. Lovely. And here we go then, on the side where we should get a nice view looking over the park. Hey! Wow! Woo! Oh, no airtime at the top. Lovely scenery though. Beautiful. Mahuka down there. And this is it, last ride of the day. Probably the last cycle of the day, I think that was. Oh, lovely. What a great view. Really nice park. Beautiful park. Well, that was a really nice way to end a fantastic day. An aerial view looking out over Walibi Rhône-Alpes. But yeah, we're going to make our way now down to the exit, see if there's a gift shop to look in, see any merchandise, and then of course we'll wrap up the vlog. Beautiful buildings around here. And yeah, that's the train station over there. Like I say, it's not been operating today, and I can't see the train parts over there, so I'm not too sure when that last operated. I mean, did the track maybe run through where Mahuka is or something? They've not rerouted it yet. Only guessing, but can't see a train, so it makes me think it's probably not been operating for a while. And here's a look at the gift shop just over here. So yeah, we're going to see what merchandise we've got for the park. Ooh, it's hot in the shop. Normally these shops are all air conditioned, aren't they? Because they think, oh, you know, make them cool, people will buy more. But yeah, it's hot in here. I like how we got a train running around at the top just there. There we go, on the coaster. Technically there's 7 coasters then at this park. Can't ride that one. And of course there's a plushie available for the park mascot. It's available in small, medium and large just here.
So soft.
Oh, I do like him. It's €34.90 for the big one. To be honest, that's alright for a large wallaby just there. You can't have him.
I like him
Oh, here's some nice merch. Cushion for Mystic just there, €32.90, so it's quite expensive. How nice is that? Love this branding, the voodoo style. I think it's great. It's not a theme you see very often, is it, voodoo in parks? Yeah, Mystic. And the Mahuka merchandise is just over here. So we've got t-shirts, a mug just up there. It's quite nice. Water bottle. And these caps as well. Some of the Intamin guys are wearing them caps today. Nice water bottle.
This is the same water bottle as my Hyperion bottle, and these are fantastic.
Really good. For $23.90 for the t-shirt just there, with the logo on. This is a good shirt just over here. Roller Coaster Addict. And they've got the mug. Too, I survived. Timber, Mystic, Generator and Mahuka. That's really good. I like that. There we go, Generator. T-shirt for a Vekoma Boomerang. Oh, that's some good merch though.
Timber?
Yeah, I like a nice coaster shirt. Timber. And we started the vlog this morning actually inside the park, so I just started to show you the actual entrance area here. It's like this little covered over, like a bit of a market style setup. And then the small little entrance here. So yeah, nothing fancy, the entrance building. You have got the big W for Wallaby out the front, and the logo on the front of the park too. What a great day. Au revoir, merci. Well, that brings us to the end of our first ever visits here to Walibi Rhône-Alpes in France. It's always great visiting a park for the first time, not knowing what to expect. And yes, it's been very hot and very busy today, but at the end, we've managed to do quite a lot. We got all the coasters in, and of course, we've had a fantastic event from Intamin today as well.
Oh, Intamin have been fantastic, so thank you so much. The park has been mega busy, but we have managed to do everything that we wanted to today, which is great.
I would have liked to have done the water rides, like you got the log flume and the rapids here. It would have been nice to have done them, and also the flat rides. But we've had a good feel for the park today by doing the major coasters, seeing the themed areas. We've covered like everything that they've got here for you to see, like in terms of walking around, which I'm pleased about. The overall presentation and theme in here is really good. We were speaking with one of the managers earlier, and he was saying basically that over the past few years since Timber, it's been a complete revitalisation of the park, and you can see that when you're walking around the areas.
It's good to see that everything's painted up well. Sometimes you can go to some parks, you've got paint peeling off. Everything is just kept to a really high standard.
Everything just looks brand new, like you think it was all like 2-3 years old, you know, and they've done a fantastic job with that. The theming of the areas was great. In terms of the rides, of course, Mahuka, which is amazing. We did the full video on that yesterday. That's why I've not really shown it much in this, because we've got that dedicated video, so check it out here on the channel. But that's definitely the best ride. But Mystic was really good.
Mystic was really good. It really took me by surprise because it was so smooth.
Absolutely fantastic ride. Yeah, I enjoyed getting on there. I'd say that was better than anticipated. Timber, not so much, but you know what? The crowd seem to really like it here and love a good wooden coaster. I think what they could do with is another high capacity coaster. The park has been busy today, but I think a lot of it's been caused by, you know, some of the attractions here are quite low throughput. Do you feel the same with that one?
I feel like they could do something that does like over 1,000 an hour, 1,200 an hour, just so they can really soak up the crowds, because at the moment stuff's quite low throughput and crowds just can't manage with it.
Yeah, that's the thing, because walking around the areas, it's not felt too busy as you've seen in the clips. But you know, with the queue times, like some of the rides that they've got here, like that Zamperla Wild Mouse, which was good fun, you know, the throughput on there, like, oh blimey, it was so slow. So I think in the long term, as the park gets more popular, more popularity, they need to bring in some more high capacity attractions. It's like we didn't go on the rapids today. I would have liked to have done, but the rapids, like, I waited like 3 minutes to get a clip of one boat coming past, so it's obviously running on a reduced capacity. But still, the staff have been great. They're certainly working hard here. The operations have been very good. It's not the, you know, the operations that are the fault. It's the fact that, you know, the ride hardware, it needs some more throughput in this park for the crowds it's getting. But it's been a great day, really nicely presented. We've had a lovely time, haven't we?
It's been really good. An Intamin event was fantastic.
Yeah, thanks so much to Intamin. Obviously in this vlog you've seen a lot of it filmed really this afternoon, mainly because we've been on the Intamin event. That was like 4 hours. It was amazing, it really was, and we'll definitely come back here and see the bits that we have missed in the future here at Walibi Rhône-Alpes. Up next though, we've got our first ever visit to Le Pal, also here in France. This park looks fantastic. It's been a bucket list for many years, and you'll be able to join us next here on Theme Park Worldwide. That leaves us with one final thing to say. Get out there, keep on riding. Goodbye.